So in the last video we talked about mercantilism, and since you all know that mercantilism is a policy according to which the economic prospects of a nation are determined by the interest of the monarch. Now coming on to the rise of absolutist monarchy and the rise of nation state. So how they came into being. First of all, feudalism started as economy was growing because of the good production. So feudalism started crippling. Since feudalism started going down, so automatically people were there who started, so the strong monarchs started having standing armies rather than depending on the feudal lords. They had their own armies. So इस वजह से तो एक rise of nation state आया है. And now the same is with the absolutist monarchy. क्योंकि मर्केंटिलिज्म एज अ पॉलिसी गोज़ अलॉन्ग विद एब्सोल्यूटिस्ट मोनार्की. अपने हिसाब से सब कुछ डिसाइड करना, सब कुछ उनका काम ही होता है. नाउ व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट, एंड इसमें एब्सोल्यूटिस्ट मोनार्की में क्या क्या एग्जांपल हो गए, जैसे लुइस 11 इन फ्रांस, मैक्सवेल इन ऑस्ट्रेलिया, हेनरी 7 इन इंग्लैंड एंड इजाबेल एंड फर्डिनेंड इन स्पेन. तो ये सब एब्सोल्यूटिस्ट रूलर्स थे जो दे स्टार्टेड ऑर्गेनाइजिंग देयर ओन स्टैंडिंग आर्मीज. Now coming on to 30 Years War. So why is 30 Years War or the Treaty of Westphalia important for us? So 30 Years War is divided into 4 phases: the Bohemian phase, the Danish phase, Swedish phase, and then the French phase. So the first the first 2 phases of this treaty belonged to the were due to the religious war. It started as a religious war, but at the end it shifted towards the economic and it shifted towards the idea of economic and political structure of the countries. So initially what happened was that Holy Roman Emperor, he punished the people of Bohemia for not following the Catholic Church system or whatever the reason may be. So the Bohemian phase started, and similarly in the same way Danish phase also started. Now the third and fourth phase, that is Swedish and French phase respectively, were fought because of the changing economic conditions. French was a Catholic country, and being a Catholic country, it still supported England and the other Protestant countries who were fighting against Holy Roman Emperor. So this itself proves us that it is not about religion, it is more about economy, it is about who has the power. So with the Treaty of Westphalia 1648, with the Treaty of Westphalia 1648, the whole idea of the balance of power, the initial phase of the balance of power, that came into being here. और उसके बाद क्या हुआ, बैलेंस ऑफ पावर्स विच वॉज अगेन गोइंग टू गेट डिस्टर्ब ड्यूरिंग बिस्मार्क्स टाइम आफ्टर यूनिफिकेशन ऑफ जर्मनी. वो भी हम पढ़ेंगे, बट आगे काफ़ी आगे आएगा यूनिफिकेशन ऑफ जर्मनी. तो सो ऑल दिस वॉज ग्रेट फन फॉर दीज पीपल. मतलब 30 years वॉर से एक है ना ये हो गया कि अब रिलीजन फोकस नहीं, अब इकोनॉमी फोकस. अब हमको बहुत हो गया रिलीजन. एक काश आज भी ऐसे ही हो रहा होता. सो from religion, their focus shifted on economy and the economic and political structure of the nations. Now coming on to enlightenment. So what is enlightenment? नाम से ही clear है, enlightenment define करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, but still I'll read the exact definition for you people. So enlightenment refers to a philosophical movement which took place in Europe in the 17th to 18th century. This movement tried to change people's outlook towards life, and it was a middle class war. It is supposedly assumed that it is a middle class worldview. अब enlightenment हुआ क्यों? पहले इसके बहुत सारे reasons हैं. एक तो social basis है, scientific हो गया, then modern thinkers, and then it is religious issues, फिर political ideas वगैरह, and then it is economic perceptions. तो सोशल बेसिस पहले देख लेते हैं, क्योंकि देखो जब लोगों के पास पैसा आएगा लोगों का दिमाग चलने लगता है. मतलब इट इज़ नॉट कि पहले नहीं चलता है, पहले भी चलता है, बट सिंस नाउ दे हैव मनी, सो दे आर मोर कॉन्फिडेंट अबाउट व्हाट दे नीड इन देयर लाइफ. So they started commercial revolution. The commercial revolution, it was a middle class thing. इसमें क्या हुआ, since it was monarchy and middle class started gaining power through Renaissance and the economic